CharCole Sports Show. The hottest names and the hottest takes.
Tune in every Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. where Charlie Preen and Cole Larsch highlight prep sports, college sports, coyote athletics, and professional sports. We would love to hear your questions for us too. The phone lines are always open.
Tune in to the CharCole Sports Show each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. to hear the hottest takes on KAOR Vermilion.
Well, good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday, March the 4th. Yes, you did hear that right. It is officially March here in Vermilion, South Dakota. Thanks for tuning in to the CharCole Sports Show. Season 3, Episode 16. We've got a fun one. We've got a lot of predictions tonight as well with the Men's and Women's Summit League Tournaments, Girls High School SODAC 16, and the first round of Boys High Schools regions as well, this final round of boys regions as well. Lots of picks this week and at the end of the show as well, including a couple interesting talking points. Feel free to call in at any time throughout the CharCole Sports Show, 605-658-6813. We will always answer the phone. Buckle in because the CharCole Sports Show, well, it starts right now.
And here we are. It's the CharCole Sports Show, Season 3, Episode 16. I'm Charlie Preen, joined by Cole Larsch, and we are once again happy to be with you after the revolving door, it seems to be, Cole, of hey, 1 week you're in, 1 week you're out, 1 week you're in, 1 week you're out. I think we're back in now for a little while at least. So again, happy to be with you here on KAOR 91.1 FM Vermilion, South Dakota, as well as on YouTube. If you want to find us on YouTube, that is the CharCole Sports Show on YouTube. That is the CharCole Sports Show, CharCole Sports Show on YouTube. To find us there, Cole pushed together a great deck of stuff so you can visualize what we're talking about, and we will reference that throughout the show. So if you're listening on the radio, you might as well just go check it out online as well, because we have some cool stuff up there as well. So thank you for tuning in. And it's March, Cole. I can't believe it. When you said it's Wednesday and you're saying, ah, man, it's Wednesday. I really wanted to say it's Wednesday, my dudes. But no, it's a Wednesday. We're happy to be here, sat down where this is the only, I guess, night it seems that we can ever make it work. And I guess now that we've actually made it work, we're here. We have some stuff to talk about. Whether or not you want to listen to us, that's just fine. We're going to talk about it.
Dang right. We're going to talk about a lot of stuff. We've got some interesting stuff today.
Yeah, for sure. We're going to brush over the Summit League's tournaments, which actually started an hour and a half ago.
That's right, they did. The women. Forgot about that.
You got to wonder how that's going. Cole's going to give you an update here when he finds the score of that. Actually, Cole just...
I got all kinds of stuff going on down here.
Got it.
I would have to imagine that UND defeated Omaha in women's action today, but
A guy can hope.
You just simply do never know.
No, you don't. It's that time of the year. So, Larsch, we have women's basketball at 22-8 and men's at 16-15. Both heading into the Summit League tournament with way different expectations for each other, respectively. So, with the women, they play at 4:30 today, or at least it kicks off. At 4:30 today. And then the men, they play the night game, which I believe they think supposed to start at 7:30, but I don't know if that'll be the case. So, yeah, things have kicked off up there in Sioux Falls, and the tournament is going. Cole, what do you got for me?
I'm loading them up right now. Wow. Omaha leads North Dakota 40-28 with 6:42 to go in the game.
28 points in the game.
Yeah, well, they are 8. North Dakota is, oh my gosh. I don't imagine this game's getting very many very many views right now on Midcoast Sports Plus. North Dakota is shooting 8 of 40 from the field for 20%.
So how many free throws?
We're getting there. 1 of 18 from deep for 6%, and 11 of 13 from the free throw line. So 11 of their 28 points are from the free throw line.
I mean, I'm saying this because as a joke, but do you think that the Wesleyan women would give them a run for their money?
I think right now there's really no. I think so. I think so. They're losing to an Omaha team that was so injured they had to do
open
tryouts in the middle of the year, and then the 2 players they picked up got injured. So that's what they're running with.
That's a tough season, dude.
But yeah, it's this game started at 4:30. Wow, I didn't realize that.
What time is the night game, the boys or the men's game, supposed to start?
The men's game is scheduled for.
Is it 7 or 7:30?
7
Really?
On the money on Midcoast Sports.
Well, I just don't know if that's happening.
I think it will.
You think it will be at 7?
Yeah, it'll be a hard
tight
start.
turnaround.
They'll get it. What's there to change?
But don't they get?
I think it's just one session.
45 minutes to warm up.
No, it's 25.
Oh, it is. Oh, okay.
Yeah. At least typically, because like tomorrow the first game's listed. It's NDSU against the game against likely Omaha today for women. It's 25 minutes after the first game of the day.
I see.
So then they're gonna give them time to clear off, and then start a horn for 25 minutes.
I see.
You can kind of go through normal procedure. But, yeah, 21% from the field North Dakota's shooting right now. 28% on the other side for Omaha. We've seen 20 out of 70 points from the free throw line.
It's a rock fight.
Omaha has 39 rebounds. 10 of them offensive as well. So there's that. Anyway, there's an update on the Summit League Women's Basketball Tournament. Omaha just made a 3 as well. I'm looking at the live stats here. Their last field goal, that was actually pretty recent. There's that. But yeah, there's the Summit League brackets. We'll get into the full brackets as well once we start talking about the USD squads, which we might as well roll right into.
Yeah, why don't we?
Oh, CharCole Sports Show, yeah. Season 3, Episode 16. Women's basketball recap. Here we go. Been 4 games since we last talked to you here on the airwaves. The women defeated Omaha here at home 69-66. And a pretty good win there. I mean, you say good win kind of sparingly. They're the worst team in the league. But
hey, they're about to get a win, buddy.
A win is a win. It was ugly. Had to come from behind a couple times, but you're able to move past that one and then look ahead to NDSU, who was receiving votes in the media poll.
Nationally?
Yes.
Oh, really?
According to the USD website, so I'll take their word for it. 81-68 was the final score for that one. Very good crowd on hand, just shy of 3,000 people for the Dollar Dome Dog and Dollar Drink Day. But
CharCole Sports Show was in attendance.
We were very competitive in the first half, and then NDSU shot something like 70% in the second half. They made no threes in the first half. We knew something was going to change. They hit a lot of threes in the second. Then we moved to a week ago yesterday, February 25th, up in Grand Forks, North Dakota. 80-66 victory. Really not very a good-looking win. At one point down, almost at halftime. Had to take a shot at the buzzer at the half to take the lead, but able to pull away with a 14-point win. And as we get moving on, a win is a win. And then speaking of ugly, that score there in the bottom right, 82-49, the score up in Brookings. 8 points in the first and third, 9 in the fourth. Only competitive quarter was the second, but we scored 24, and so did SDSU. Capped off by an Emily Fox half-court three-pointer.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, but
the
score was not cool for our sake.
No. But I think
Lars, look at that first, third, and fourth quarter. How are you going to ever win games like that?
You're not.
You're not.
It just was not a good shooting night whatsoever. And then Brooklyn Meyer, who did not win Summit League Player of the Year, by the way, which I think if I were to vote, I think the way that it ended up was the way that I would have voted.
Sure.
The Avery I believe Coonan is her last name. Very good center up in NDSU, averaging almost a double-double. But Broken-Meyer had over 30 points to round out her career as a SDSU Jackrabbit at home up there at what is now First Bank and Trust Arena. Again, that game not very pretty, 82-49. And that was the battle for the 2 seed. So as we look now towards the Summit League bracket, here it is in all of its glory. Oh, look at that. That camera shot fits perfectly. Didn't even know I could do that. Currently game going on right now, Omaha and UND. It is 45-30 now. Omaha.
How much time?
43-30 at the under 5 media. So that one's, we call it all but over. For those interested, former South Dakota player Walker Demers.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about her.
8 points on
Look at her.
2 of 8 shooting, including 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Averaging 10 points a game this year. Did not know that.
Oh, really?
Skylar Vollmer, the former Lyman product.
Who she play for?
North Dakota.
Does she?
Yep. Scoreless.
You hyped me up there.
She's averaging 4 points a game. I thought it was going to be way more than that. Anyway. Yeah, they're it's the 8-9 game for a reason with these two teams. But yeah, there's the score update. They actually just resumed, and we got a jump ball. So there's that for you. Starting on Thursday, tomorrow, March the 5th, South Dakota State and Kansas City in the 2-7 matchup starting at noon. And then it is the 1 and 8/9 matchup, NDSU against either Omaha or North Dakota. Roughly about 2:30, give or take. That game's scheduled to start.
NDSU could sleep through that puppy.
They very easily could. Did not finish the Summit League season undefeated, though, as they lost to South Dakota State.
Making it interesting.
Yeah, it got a little interesting. Then on Friday, March the 6th, a big day of games. Well, so is Thursday, 4 games in the Denny. But Oral Roberts and St. Thomas should be an entertaining one. 2 pretty close teams in the just kind of how the teams are built wise. And then about 25 minutes after that, or about 2:30, number 3 South Dakota and number 6 Denver, who, if memory serves, split their regular season. No. It was at the men that split the Denver series. I got to look.
I'm pulling it up here.
Probably for the best.
Denver, we beat them 75-55 in the SCSC, and then beat them 53-42 in Denver.
Well, there you go. So 2-0. Trying to look for a 3-0 season.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times, Cole.
That is very true. But Centerville played a team 3 times.
Yeah, that's
too.
ridiculous, dude.
Which is
that's so stupid.
I just don't get how that ever gets. Anyway, that's what happens when you have a conference tournament at the end of the season, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And the word on the street is the Great Plains Athletic Conference in high school, not the GPAC in college.
So just the GPC. Yeah. I was going to say.
The
Great Plains Conference.
The Great Plains Conference is dissolving.
That doesn't surprise me.
Is the word on the street.
There's really no, when you think about it,
reason.
There's really no advantage to having a conference and playing in your conference.
No, not anymore.
No, not anymore.
For sure, I know for sure that the tournament at the end will be dissolving. I'm not sure about the conference as a whole, I guess. So.
I suppose, yeah. Then the tournament's done, and they'll keep the conference just kind of as is. But that's South Dakota high school talk.
We'll get to more of that.
We got some of that coming up about 15 minutes.
You get breaking news from us every once in a while.
Yeah, never some little tidbits you never
like
knew.
Schefter and good old Florio going at it right now.
Unreal. What a unreal. Winner of this bracket. We can get our predictions in here as we kind of move along with the show. Semifinal is going to be interesting. I think it's going to be the 2 and the 3, and then the 1 and the 5 in the women's. I think St. Thomas beats Oral Roberts on Friday.
Sure.
But then semifinals, State U rematch at roughly 2:30, and then NDSU St. Thomas at noon. That'll be pretty interesting to see kind of how that especially how that State U game goes.
If USD gets in the championship on Sunday, I'll be back for it. But if not, I'm not sure I'll make any games.
3
this
p.m.
week. Yeah, I'll be in New Orleans.
I thought it was originally. I thought it was at noon.
Well, it used to be, I think, but then the TV stuff moved it around.
CBS Sports Network picked it up.
Sure.
Which the men's semifinals are also on CBS Sports Network.
Yeah, I liked when it was on ESPN personally. That was cool.
Yeah, but Midco does a really good job.
Oh yeah, they do.
And
yeah.
yeah,
But they don't care enough to put the Omaha North Dakota game on ESPN. Can you imagine if that's on like ESPN?
Deportes probably. Be like,
It isn't even worthy for the Ocho.
Charles Barkley. They will work me like a dog. ESPN, ESPN2, ESPNU, ESPN Deportes. All time.
The Ocho wouldn't even put that on, dude.
Yeah, you never know. It's got a little bit of a game now. As I say,
Really?
that Omaha makes a 3. That's back to 12.
So, North Dakota is going to find a way to lose.
North Dakota's down 12.
Okay.
Omaha's up 12. I also did not realize that North Dakota was the 9 seed. I just assumed that Omaha was the 8 seed.
So North Dakota, the worst team in the league, right?
Yes.
Think about this. They have Walker Demers and Klosterbauer.
Yep.
And how, I mean,
One of them's hurt again.
and I don't know if she'll play basketball ever again. Like, seriously,
I don't
think
think
about
so.
it. Like,
Yeah,
it's a sad story. She's one of
Yeah.
the more talented players I've ever seen play.
Yeah.
But Walker Demers, I mean, she plays a role and she knows, like, she's a smart player, but she doesn't have, like, the ability. Where does North Dakota go after this year, dude? Cause,
I don't know.
Because Denver's leaving the conference. We're bringing somebody else in, aren't we?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I
we
think it's
don't
just
think
8 for now,
Okay.
which will be interesting. Because
Right.
once you get under 8, then what do?
Give the 1 seed a bye?
There's a rumor that this
I think I know what you're going to say.
next thing, just straight Twitter speculation. But if the Summer League ever drops down to less than 8 teams, they'd try to find a way to merge with the Valley.
Yeah.
So you'd have the Missouri Valley Football Conference would just be the Missouri Valley Conference. And then,
Awkward.
then a lot of these, like some like teams like St. Thomas, I don't think Oral Roberts has football. Omaha doesn't have football. Denver doesn't have. I mean, they have hockey to fill the gaps. So I think you just take the what would it be now? 4 Summit League teams that have football and move them over, and then you got the Valley Football Conference and the Valley. You just had the Missouri Valley Conference.
Yeah, it would be 4 because North Dakota State's not there. Like, geez. That would beef up the Missouri Valley Conference, but if you think about it, Cole, if you think about this, if you merge with that conference,
It gets much bigger.
it gets
Because
much bigger.
The Valley's big.
No, I know. But think about this. Like, you're going to have a team in Drake that's usually always good in the men's side.
Not this year. They are bad this year.
I know, but like...
They're third. I know what you mean, yeah.
But like go look at that league up right now. Like, what do they have for standings? Because at least in the men's side, Cole, I don't know if there's going to be a Summit League team that can contend for a title in that league for a long, long time.
Oh, yeah.
I think
so.
You think so?
St. Thomas this year?
You think St. Thomas would contend in that league?
Yeah.
Really?
I think St. Thomas is going to win the Summit this year. Okay, hang on. Standings. Missouri Valley. Here we go. I don't want scores, I want standings. Belmont, Bradley,
Okay, maybe.
Illinois State, Murray State, UIC, UNI, Valparaiso, Southern Illinois, Drake, Indiana State, and Evansville.
I guess I didn't. I thought it was more stacked than that.
No, they've had a couple teams move out recently,
I see.
too. But
Okay.
still, you add... So, Denver leaves. Oral Roberts would probably, in this scenario, ORU and Denver would find something closer in Kansas City. Like maybe not Mountain West, but something like that. But then everything else, I mean, all this is like, geographically, that would make more sense than the way the Summit League is.
Yeah, for sure. And it's centralized around, but then if you dissolve the Summit League, that dissolves an auto bid, right? There's no auto bid anymore.
That is true.
And it takes a lot of money out of Sioux Falls because that tournament's been there, and it brings a lot of money into that town. So, like,
Yeah,
the tournament's not at the
that is
Denny
true.
anymore.
But with it being so geographically close like this,
And they'd bid for it, but they'd never get it. I don't think.
I wonder where it's at right now. Where's Valley Man? Isn't it?
I would guess it's in either Wisconsin or I could
is
see it in
being
Des Moines.
played. The first round of the Missouri Valley Conference.
My guess
at
is
the
Des Moines.
Enterprise Center
Kansas City, Missouri.
in St. Louis.
So, our southernmost team, like if you were to cut Oral Roberts and cut Denver,
So
That
that
really
team
wouldn't-
would be Omaha.
yeah. I'm not sure I like that.
Yeah, that's just all Twitter speculation.
This is all speculation.
But
like,
still,
like it says in the name, hottest names, hottest takes. This is a hot take.
yeah, but I mean, there's also currently the only thing that kind of sparks this whole deal though is there's currently a Valley Summit League partnership, and they have one commissioner to oversee, or they have two commissioners to oversee both. So that's why a lot of people are thinking that maybe in the future they start to move it along a little bit. And
Did you hear about the Brandon Aubrey stuff?
no,
Rumor is, and I don't know if Coleman's watching, the Packers are tampering with Brandon Aubrey and got caught and may either lose a first or a second round pick for tampering with Aubrey. They've already offered him money, and it's not legal to tamper yet. Like, you can't talk to him yet.
jeez,
I'll call him.
oh boy, here we go. Hey, if you're not cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, that happened to the Vikings with Kirk Cousins.
True.
It did. Nothing ever happened.
I was say, what'd they get? Slap on the wrist. Pay this fine.
Pay a
Yeah.
fine. Well, the
That's
fine
it,
didn't do anything. We should have got their pick. Then we wouldn't have had to take in McCarthy. It's a whole different story.
Yep. It's all league's fault. Anyway, Charlie, your pick to win the Women's Summit League this year.
I still think North Dakota's going to beat them. The state team, not the university.
I figured that. Yeah.
I don't think North Dakota's going to get out of their play-in game. So I know the North Dakota State Bison look really good when I watch them, and I really would like a NDSU, SDSU championship game. But if USD could find a way to somehow pull off an upset, I think USD can beat NDSU. Like, watching that game, I think it can be done, but they just missed so many shots. Like,
In
go
the
back a
second
couple
half,
slides.
yeah.
Go back a couple slides to the one when you had the scoring breakdown of the quarters. Go back. That one right there. Stop. Yeah, look at that. South Dakota scored 17 points in the fourth quarter and allowed 31 in the third quarter.
Yep.
Like if you keep it averaged out, you take 11 plus 17 plus 22. Let's just take a look at this, okay? 11 plus 17 plus 22 divided by 3, is going to be 16. So let's call it 17 points that quarter.
Right.
So they had 67 points.
You take 14 points away from it.
Right.
That's a USD win.
That's a USD win.
60, or 68-67.
Like, if you don't do that in the third quarter and you play close, now, mind you, did South Dakota score a lot of points in that quarter as well? Yes, there wasn't much defense, but the three ball was not falling in the first half. And I'm not saying that USD will beat NDSU or will even play them, but it can be done. They have to play a darn near perfect game, and NDSU has to miss a lot of shots. But if you're playing that many, go back to the next slide that you were on, the bracket. The days. Look at the days. NDSU plays Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, right?
Yep.
SDSU or USD will play Friday, Saturday, Sunday if it gets to that point, and so and SDSU won't. That's why it's so nice. It would have been so nice to have that
right,
that
the
day
2
off.
Because the way the bracket's set up is it benefits the top 2 teams to have a day off, so you don't play 3 games in 3 days. It's 3 in 4 days.
Right. So like you're gonna go from playing, after game 4 is Oral Roberts.
It'll be basically 2:30
2:30
2:30 Friday, 2:30 Saturday, and 3 o'clock Sunday.
So
yeah.
And that's what happened to the men's team last year, Cole. Like, they were a good we had a good men's team last year. There are no ifs and buts about it. But when you're playing, were they the 4 seed? No, they were the 3 seed or the 4 seed last year.
They would have been
because they played into the semis. Or no, they were in the championship, weren't they?
No, semifinals.
Oh, they were in the
because they
semifinals.
beat NDSU, who was out their top 3 scorers.
Right.
So that'd been, I think that's
And
a
then
4
they
or 5
lost
game.
to Omaha.
They
who
lost to
eventually-
Omaha,
yeah.
who was the 1 seed.
Because that
And got-
Osborne kid was crazy.
Got rolled by
But
Omaha.
One of the things that sticks in my brain, because I was in the conference room when Coach Pete got interviewed after the game they lost, right? And I don't remember who it was asked Coach Pete the question is, Coach, you're playing 2 games in a row now, right? And 2 games in a row, 2 days in a row, back to back. You press like that the entire first game. It goes well. This game, the press just you live and die by the press.
Yep.
Like, what's your take on that? Do you plan on doing it next year? Like what's going on here? And no, he said he stuck to it. He lives and dies by the press. That's how it's going to be. He doesn't care. And that was like the moment of realization. I'm like, okay, man, well, that's the importance of having that day off. Because if you have that day off, if USD has a day off last year, the men's had, I'm not saying they beat Omaha, but it's a closer game.
They don't lose by 40.
Right. I mean, and that Omaha team was good. They went into the tournament and played well as well. But, I mean, geez, man, you have to have the importance of having that day off is massive. So USD has to get by Denver, and it has to be an easy game. I believe Denver was the team that knocked us out of the tournament last year, no? No?
That sounds right.
I think it was.
No, last year they lost to Omaha.
The women?
Oh, women?
Yeah.
That sounds
Sorry,
right.
I'm bouncing back and forth. But
Yeah,
you know
that sounds
what I mean.
right. That sounds right.
Because Grace Larkins, yeah, all this. But
Yep.
I'm sitting here looking at this bracket, and I'm thinking, man, SDSU is going to, coast past Kansas City and not play very hard. Right? We got to pray to God that Kansas City gives them a run for their money. Like, you gotta hope, because you have to hope that SDSU comes in with some sort of form of tired feet.
Yeah.
Because if they don't on Saturday, they're going to have a day off, half a day of rest,
and basically a home crowd.
A home crowd, and they're going to have
do.
scouted you in person.
Right.
On 2 days of rest when you come in after Denver, and we probably just squeak by Denver. Like, be realistic here. Be realistic. Like, if we win, we're probably not going to dominate them.
Yeah.
Maybe we will.
But a gritty win is a win, and this team has shown this year that it can win really ugly games. The women's team.
Mm-hmm. So the importance of rehab and recovery, I think, is really important. But Carrie Amy has to make sure that what she has for depth is being utilized, and you have to have fresh legs out there, because you're going to play 3 games in the span of 72 hours, whether you like it or not.
Yep.
If you want to eventually be a Summit League tournament champion and head on to the NCAA tournament, or you get by Denver, you lose to South Dakota State, and you turn around and you play a WNIT tournament.
Which the first round isn't for another week and a half.
Sure.
But the rumblings are, inside scoop hot take here, rumor has it, in the event that a WNIT invite would come our way, it sounds like South Dakota would be more than willing to not only play in it, but host multiple games.
Ooh.
So there's that inside scoop.
You get all sorts of fun news when you listen to us.
Oh, yeah, all kinds of it. There's the women's bracket. So you have NDSU over SDSU. Is that your official pick?
Yeah, that'll be the big championship.
I have NDSU by 4 over South Dakota State in the ship. We move over to the men's side. A little quick recap. Lost at Denver 90-70. Just couldn't get it going. Lost at Oral Roberts 67-62. An ORU team that they're in the 8th seed, but they are 1 game away from the 3 seed, essentially. They were almost in the tie.
That's going to be fun, man.
They were almost in the tie from 3-7.
That's what you want.
So they're kind of coming hot at the right time. Then they defeated Omaha. That score was, I can't see it on my screen, 89-72. And then defeated State at home 75-70. About 3,900 people in the arena. That's the most I've ever seen in that place for an event in my 4 years here. And that place was, we had every window locked shut, the door locked shut, and it was still really loud in the production booth. That's how loud it was out there. It was a great crowd. And it took a big comeback. We didn't come out very hot. At one point we were down 17 in the first half. And then we had Ethan Kaiser had a 4-point play and then a 3-ball, and then it kind of turned around. And then SDSU went really one-dimensional with Wilkinson inside, and Cam Fens just said, not in my house. He probably had 4 blocks in the game, at least.
Yeah, Wilkinson can be dominated inside. I feel like Fens was the perfect matchup for him.
Yeah. And, of course, the discourse on Twitter was, we can call Fens for a charge every time he gets the ball. I'm like, you really can't.
You want my hot take of the show? It's right here. SDSU is going to go to the portal and replace Wilkinson next year.
I would not.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah. And in this era of college basketball too, it's
not that surprising.
Every roster, no matter who's out there, Every roster can get turned over just like that.
Yep.
But so they round out their season 2-2, 2-game win streak as well. We head down to the bracket. Here's the men's bracket. Action starts today. Oral Roberts in Kansas City, 7 o'clock. Today, it's a Kansas City team that, again, halfway through the season, fired their head coach, said he could still keep coaching, announced his replacement 2 weeks later. I don't think I've won a game since.
Yeah, I mean, the vibes in the locker room just have to be immaculate.
Oh, yeah. And they're taking on an Oral Roberts team that, again, was 1 game away from the 4-7 tie. And 2 games away from being the 3 seed. So
Kansas City either has to be having like the most fun time they've ever had in their lives playing basketball,
Oh, yeah.
or just like downright horrendous, and you don't even want to show up to Sioux Falls tonight to play the game. And after the game, you're excited that the season's over.
Yeah.
There's way too there's nowhere in the middle. Like you're either over here or you're over there.
Yep. Action will begin, like I said, today. Tomorrow, it's 6 o'clock. NDSU in the winner of today's game. And then about 25 minutes after that, St. Thomas and South Dakota. That'll be a tough one for the Jacks. St. Thomas is very good this year.
Imagine, though. That'd be hilarious, wouldn't it?
I mean, wouldn't really. At this point of the year, you never know.
No, you don't.
Friday, 6 o'clock, South Dakota and Omaha, and about 8:30 or so, North Dakota and Denver are those games on Friday. Semifinals on Saturday will be on CBS Sports Network at 7 and 9:30. So that'll be a fun one. And then Sunday at 8 p.m. is the Summit League Championship game. You can kind of take this one a couple ways. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos on people claiming that they're college basketball experts and they've watched every game and they're trying to pick every champion and like which team they think it can win based on these stats. And a lot of people are picking St. Thomas because of their offensive efficiency.
The Tommies. A lot of people like the Tommies, Cole. And I'm on the Tommies train as well. I'd like to see him win. I could see NDSU finding a way, but I think I like the Tommies a lot.
I think St. Thomas statistically are not quite the favorite betting wise. They're just outside.
I saw the lines today
But NDSU is the favorite. Those two teams between NDSU and St. Thomas split their regular season doubleheader. Very early in the season, NDSU won by like 6 or 8, and just a couple of weeks ago, St. Thomas won by 22 at home. So take that for a grain of salt. Both teams are 1-1 at home in the series. I think it's just a surefire. I really think it's a surefire championship between NDSU and St. Thomas. Denver down there in the 6th seed. They got a pretty favorable matchup in round 1. Not sure how North Dakota claimed the 3 seed. They've been really up and down this season. Denver also has the Player of the Year, which was kind of an interesting pick. Really nobody thought of that. Cam Fens probably should have been in that conversation, but
Cam Fens, he's got himself a spot on a good team next year in the portal. He'll hop in the portal.
he's a senior.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he's going overseas then.
Hey, he's gonna be a good player wherever he goes. I mean, he's got he just his IQ inside. Like he's got some really obviously it's a different ball game when you're 7 foot, but he just has the wherewithal to never like you always talk about it. Like you've heard basketball coaches all the time, like never bring the ball down. He catches it and it's dribble, and then as soon as he picks it up, it's right here. He's like, hey, you guys are not getting this.
Yeah, it's a ways up.
And he just spins and powers his way through, and he's very good. But Denver, they're kind of picking up a little bit of steam. They're gonna have a really tough semifinal though, and so is the winner of the 4-5. I see a lot of people out there again doing picks for these brackets, and I saw somebody had 10 different slides of like 10 different people picking the Summit League bracket. Not a single one of them had USD winning over Omaha in the 4-5 matchup. So I think that's interesting. I think it'll be an interesting one. These two teams split their regular season doubleheader. I'm pretty sure USD won both of them because they won at Omaha and just beat them at home. So it'll be an interesting game. I just think it's going to be NDSU St. Thomas to the championship. I think St. Thomas gets them again. I think they're going to take the season series 2-1.
I agree.
I have that one in the official pick as St. Thomas over NDSU by 8. I think is exactly how I have it. So there's the Summit League brackets. Just like that again. Action began today, or whenever you're podcasting. Listen to this, March 4th on Wednesday. And then tomorrow we get into South Dakota high school basketball, as tomorrow the girls' Sodak 16 takes place. And you're going to get full predictions from myself and Charlie Preen.
All but one, I will predict.
Well, that is correct. I will be predicting all 16 games. Trying to do one of these so you can kind of see it a little bit better and hide that. There we go. As I pull it up here on my other screen so I can see a little better, the 116 matchup, number 1 Lyman and number 16 McIntosh. They're playing 6 o'clock on Stanley County. Those teams did not play earlier this year. Number 2 Parkston, number 15 the Smith in Mitchell. Number 3, Bennett County. Number 14, Ipswich.
Ipswich is the worst team in this tournament. I will say it right now. Ipswich is the worst team in the tournament, in the Sodak 16.
Okay, there you go. Ethan and Dubrick are playing in Parker. Coleman Egan and Warner are playing in Huron. Hardin County, Jones County playing out there in Spearfish. Centerville, Highmore, Herald at Mitchell High School. Joe Van Gore, Charlie Preen on the call for that one. And Wabash Summit will play Corsica-Stigney in the Huron Arena. Go through this one. I've already written down my picks, so I know quite a bit of them. Just kind of run down some of these teams. Lyman, their 2 losses this year. One of them was to Bishop Heelan, a
really darn good team.
They're very good. They are heavily favored to win their class in Iowa. Bishop Heelan would be a big Class A school in South Dakota, according to their classification. Again, I don't know who scheduled that game, but they got blown up by 30, which really wasn't a surprise in the Pentagon. Yep. The next game they lost was to Bennett County 2 days after playing number 2 Parkston. A game against Parkston, which they won, and then lost to Bennett County by 3 at Bennett County. So 2 very tough losses. Parkston is a battle-tested team. Bennett County, they're a battle-tested team. Ethan, they've won the games they've needed to.
They've lost some weird ones.
They've lost some really weird ones, including to Freeman, who's not in the Sodak 16. And their other loss was...
Asking the wrong fella.
I don't think it was Parkston. Let me look. Ethan's other loss was to Wagner at the beginning of the year, January 6th. 9-point loss to Wagner. Those were tough teams. Coleman Egan in the 5 spot, they're an interesting team because we were just talking about this at the...
Go look at their schedule, I mean.
No, I'm getting there. At the DDO Culver's Classic, myself and Ryan Deal of 6'5 Sports were talking. We're just like, I just want to see Coleman Egan play. And a game later, they got blown out by Chester. I mean, blown out, 35 points. 2 games later in the first round, 2 games later, the first round of regions, Coleman Egan beats them by 15. So that's their only loss in the season. But they've also played, I think, 6 teams with a record better than 500.
Yeah, but they got a good draw. They got a good draw. You'll see them in this tournament.
Oh, 100%. This Warner team's pretty talented, though.
Yeah.
And they've played a tougher schedule. So we'll see about that. Hardin County, Jones County, you just never quite know. Hardin County, they're a good team, though, at 21-1. Only knock on them, though, is they've played a lot of North Dakota teams to fill their schedule. Which, I mean, you really can't blame them for that, but they played a lot of not good North Dakota teams to fill their schedule.
That's how you do it.
Centerville in the 7th seed, just the 2 losses. I think them having the 7th highest seed points in the state is wild.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Especially with their 2 losses to Gayville, Vollen, and Crofton, Nebraska, who is looking to repeat as state champions, I think, right now in Pinnacle Bank Arena in Lincoln. So
that's nuts.
It's interesting. Wabash Summit at 20-2 against Corsica-Stigney, a very tough schedule for Corsica-Stigney in the 9 spot. Those are your teams.
Picking them?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
Lyman McIntosh.
I will be taking Lyman in a hefty lopsided score.
I will also be taking Lyman. Parkston, DeSmit.
What do you got here?
I got Parkston.
I'm going to take DeSmit. I am, actually.
Okay.
I am, just because they got by a weird Arlington team. Now, I'm not saying that they're equal, but DeSmith's on a heater right now.
That is true. Yeah, they're the biggest upset so far.
And I feel like if anybody can get an upset in this whole thing, it'll be right there. I don't feel like it will happen, but I'll be there, and I'd like to see it happen. That's for sure. So I will take DeSmith there. And a massive upset.
There you go. That'd be quite
Be a short drive home for Parkston.
Yeah, it would be. Bennett County and Ipswich. I got Bennett County.
I got Bennett County by a lot of points.
Also a lot of points down there in Winter. Ethan and Dubrook in Parker.
Oh, man.
I end up going to this game.
You should. I mean, I think Ethan finds a way.
Yeah,
Dubrook's 13-9. Somehow got the 13 seed. That's crazy.
Yeah, but they were receiving votes multiple times this year in the top 10 in the media poll. Dubrook was.
I don't think it'll be an easy game. I think that'll be a good 4-13. I'm going to take Ethan.
Yeah, I think Ethan as well. It'll be a pretty good one. You never know. I might find myself there. What else? Don't have anything else going on Thursday, so.
No.
Coleman Egan and Warner in the 5-12. Boy, just something about these 5-12 games.
I don't really know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you want to do it?
I'm sticking with Coleman
You're
Egan
gonna stick
here.
with him?
Yeah, I've already got my.
Okay.
I've already got them inked into the document.
Yeah,
here
I'll take Coleman Egan too. I think they do find a way. I think they find a way.
And the 6-11 matchup is
This is a bad
Harding
6-11.
County and Jones County. Yeah, hey.
So Harding County will wax them, I think.
Yeah, I
think
believe
they
so as
probably
well.
even played. I'll pull it up.
They did not.
They did not? Really?
They did not.
Wow.
So I found that pretty interesting. Centerville Highmore Herald, you'll be abstaining for this one, so I'll pick this one for you. We're obviously rooting for the team closest to us in the Centerville Tornadoes. Highmore Herald, they've played some tough teams this season. They've played a pretty tough schedule.
They played Lyman to 4.
Yeah, that's exactly the game I was thinking. I'd say they played somebody really close. Receiving votes in the last media poll.
They have a sophomore who averages almost 20 points a game.
Yeah, that sounds about right. They lost to Sanborn Central Woonsocket.
But then beat them again in in the same season.
That is true. 52-43 was the win, and 53-48 was the loss. They lost to Lyman by 4, Roncalli by 25, but that's also a pretty tough Roncalli team. But I don't think Roncalli got out of their region. We'll find that in the next slide. I can't remember. And then Miller, 47-45. Miller, who is the 12 seed in Class A.
Why don't you take a look at something? Pull that back up.
Yep.
Did they ever lose at home, Cole?
Boy. Let's see. Their losses were at the Huron Arena, at Lyman, at Warner, and at Miller. So no.
I mean,
Defeated at home. Not many teams can say that.
not many teams. Centerville's not this year.
Except for the Vermilion Tanager boys. They did not lose at home.
Ooh.
The Vermilion Tanagers went a combined 20 and 1 this season in the Birdcage. And the
I don't
girls'
know.
only loss was to Lakota Tech, who is the 9 seed in Class A.
I mean, that's going to be a great game. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be one of the better games in the state tomorrow night.
I think so as well. And then the
Who'd you
8-9
pick?
matchup, I took Centerville.
Okay.
I took Centerville. Again, just the 2 losses in the year. The one, Gale Vaughn, we've been over this. Just a weird game. Just couldn't hit a shot. Couldn't keep players off the bench from foul trouble. Anyway, and then Crofton is a very, very good team out of Nebraska. Wabash Summit, Corsica Stickney. I've got Wabash Summit this one. Corsica Stickney, they played a really tough schedule, but they've gone through stretches in games where they cannot make a bucket, especially if Bordewick gets in foul trouble.
I'm with you here, actually. I think Wabash Summit's a team that Centerville didn't want to play. I know that.
Yeah.
They really didn't want to because I think they graduated the really tall girl, Tucker Tornberg said, but still, they brought back a bunch of talent, and they're not a bad team at all. They're a team that could give, if they get into the state tournament, if there's no upsets and they're the 8 seed, they would give Lyman a run for their money.
Yep. I think you can say that about a lot of these teams.
Yeah.
I think anyone basically between 1 and probably 10, you could get a really entertaining state tournament.
Right.
So, yeah, recap the picks. I went all chalk in Class B.
My only upset's DeSmith beating Parkston. I'd like to see it so then that Centerville wouldn't have to play Parkston off the rip, but
Yeah.
Then they'd have to play Bennett County, the team that beat them last year.
That is true. Yep. So there's all that for you. There's our picks for the Class B girls Sodak 16. Class A, here we go. This is more my category here.
It's all you, Largy.
Oh, don't worry.
Is Sisseton legit?
No.
No? Okay. Not anymore?
They were supposed to be. Well, all the Longonger sisters are all graduated except for one.
Oh. And
it's kind of like Flandreau this year. Flandreau is supposed to be really good, and the Shepherd's sister is just not. I don't know. It's not, I guess. We'll get to that in a second. But number 1, Hamlin against number 16, Sisseton. Number 2, Machpialuta, who's undefeated against number 15, McCook Central Montrose. Number 3, Wagner against number 14, Del Rapids. Number 4, Sioux Valley against number 13, St. Thomas More. Number 5, Lennox against number 12, Miller. Number 6, Sioux Falls Christian against number 11, Groton Area. Number 7, West Central against number 10, Mobridge Pollock. And number 8, Rapid City Christian against number 9, Lakota Tech. We'll start from the top. Hamlin Chargers. Their one loss this season is to, I cannot remember it off the top of my head. I probably should. But they lost early to Wagner in the Corn Palace by 6 points. Only lost this season.
Yeah, I'm taking Hamlin here. I don't know much about Sisseton this year at least, but that Hamlin team's good.
They are very talented. Number 2, Machpialuta against number 15, McCook Central Montrose.
And McCook Central Montrose comes out as the lower seed in the region, a pretty bad region this year. So
a very one-seed heavy Region 5A this year.
Yeah, and we're going to get to that in a little bit. I don't know. But no, I take Machpialuta here.
Yeah, I would as well. Number 3, Wagner against number 14, Del Rapids in Irene, Wakanda.
Is there any chance, Cole, that you see this going astray? Because Wagner always does some dumb stuff. I mean, seriously dumb stuff in moments of big moments.
Yep.
You think about it. Think about Wagner. Every time they've had a chance to go, prove themselves in a big moment, they've been a top seed in the state, how many times, and have always just dudded.
Yep.
Maybe they don't even get there. Maybe they don't.
Well, Del Rapids, they're a talented team.
I know.
7 losses this year, but that's just the tough because they play in the DAC-12.
Mm-hmm.
And Region 3A, which is pretty tough. Not quite as tough as Region 4, but Region 3 in the DAC-12, probably the second hardest schedule you can find between that region and conference combination. They're battle-tested. Let me look through Del Rapids' loss here.
Yeah, I'd like to know. Of the 7, how many are there any bad losses is what I'm asking.
Second game of the year, they lost by 6 to Millbank. Millbank just missed the region. Millbank's a good team. They finished 17-5.
Centerville beat Millbank this year.
That sounds right. Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I believe it. Yeah, that's
it might have been Mobridge Pollock. But anyways.
Might have been Mobridge, yeah. Del Rapids. So a 6-point loss.
Same school.
Then an 18-point loss to Lennox, who was the number 5 seed. 4-point loss to McCook Central Montrose.
They lost? Okay, never mind.
But that's also an MCM team that they can go on runs. Offensively, if they're hot, they can put up a lot of points.
Okay.
Sioux Falls Christian by 30, but no surprise there. Everybody lost to Sioux Falls Christian by 30 pretty much this season. West Central by 18. Mobridge Pollock by 24.
Oh.
And I'm
changing my pick.
That was in the DAC-12 NEC class, so a neutral site.
Sure.
And then lost to Sioux Valley, who's 20-2, 67-52.
Sioux Valley did make the Sodak 16?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, they did?
They're number 4.
Oh, yeah, they did. Okay.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they did at 22, but I think
Wagner beats them after hearing that.
Yeah, I think so. But Del Rapids, they're no slough team this year.
Sure.
We moved down. Number 4, Sioux Valley. Number 13, St. Thomas More. I've got Sioux Valley by quite a bit.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there.
Doubleheader in Madison. Lennox and Miller, 18-3 against 17-5 at 5:30. Lennox by
a lot.
A handful. 7 o'clock, Sioux Falls Christian and Groton Area.
I think that'll be a better game than people think. I don't know. Sioux Falls Christian will win, but good game.
Yeah, I think it'll be within 15, I think, because this is a Groton team that both the girls and the boys have been pretty talented this year up there up north. Number 7, West Central, and number 10, Mobridge Pollock, both teams 17-4.
What do you say here, Cole?
I've got the 10 seed Mobridge
Do ya?
Pollock. The thing with this Mobridge team is they've taken a couple weird losses. You know,
Sure.
like let's run through the losses here. Okay, Hamlin Sioux Valley, Lyman, and Lakota Tech. So Lakota Tech loss is about the only one that's kind of interesting. The three of those, their first three losses were within their first 8 games. They started off.
Yeah, teams can change.
They started off 7-3. Lyman was in the Hanson Classic by 3.
They lost by 3?
They lost by 3 to Lyman in the Hanson Classic. Sioux Valley was a bit more than that, 15.
Who did Mobridge Pollock lose to?
Hamlin, Sioux Valley, Lyman, and Lakota Tech.
And then who did West Central lose to?
West Central has losses this season to Sioux Falls Christian, Lennox, Coleman, Egan, and Rapid City Christian in a 3-game stretch.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Mobridge Pollock too.
But then West Central has also won their last 8 games. Their schedule has gotten a little bit easier, but an 8-game win streak is still an 8-game win streak.
Yeah, but not playing tough games towards the end of the year ain't going to help you either. You know, you have to figure out how to win at this time of year.
I've also got Mobridge Pollock in that upset. And then the final game, Rapid City Christian and Lakota Tech.
I'm taking Lakota Tech.
I am also. So far we are the same.
Are we really?
16
You
picks.
shouldn't have convinced me on the West. I was going to take West Central until you told me who they lost to, and I'm like, oh.
Well, and the thing with Lakota Tech is, unlike Rapid City Christian, they have traveled and they added a couple, like, area games to us, like DAC 12 games. Let's see who they all played here. And also, Lakota Tech defeated Rapid City Christian earlier this year in the semifinals of the LNI by 10. There's that.
The LNI, I mean, it means a lot, like, when it comes down to it, right, for seed points, but that's early in the season.
Right. Lakota Tech defeated Vermilion by 3. Mobridge Pollock, they defeated by 17. Del Rapids, they lost by 3. Sioux Valley, they lost by 3. Both those games were at Sioux Valley. There are 4 losses. Mocpea-Luta, Sioux Valley by 3, and Del Rapids by 3.
Mr. Brightside, you're always in time, buddy.
Yeah, kind of. You say something? Sure he did. Made it just in time. We were talking about high school basketball. Throwing stuff for an Iowa guy. Originally from Iowa, I should say.
He's an Iowegian or an Iowan?
I think he's an Iowan.
Okay. Really?
Yeah, I don't think quite an
I
Iowegian.
didn't know that about him.
Yep. Originally. Been in Vermilion a long time, though. Bryce.
Okay, so that probably qualifies him as an Iowan.
Yeah, I think so. He's an Iowan, not quite an Iowegian. But there's your Class A Sodax 16. So far, 16 for 16 on our picks together. See if we can't change things up here at Double A. We'll see about that.
Give me the corn poppers. For real. Actually, have they played before? Mitchell Spearfish?
I'm sure. I'd have to go look.
I'll pull it up while you're going.
I follow this the least. So number 1, Brandon Valley against number 16, Sturgis. Number 8, T against number 9, Harrisburg. Number 2, O'Gorman versus number 15, Pier TF Riggs. Number 7, Mitchell against number 10, Spearfish. Number 4, Rapid City Stevens against number 13, Yankton. Number 5, Aberdeen Central against number 12, Rapid City Central. Number 3, Washington against number 14, Roosevelt. Number 6, Jefferson against number 11, Huron. Again, 20 teams in AA, 16 make the playoffs.
What? I thought Lincoln would have made the tournament.
No, they went 0-20. And
They went 20 and oh.
No, that's boys.
I'm just kidding. I knew they got a bad state. Their coach actually retired.
And their coach
They're not
left.
retired, though.
Yeah, see, their coach did leave.
Yeah,
he went 1-39 last 2 years.
Yeah, I saw that.
But
you see the
ultimately,
comments on that?
No.
You got to read it.
Okay, I'll go look.
Um,
Ultimately, though, not his fault. So I'll just say that. Tough scene in Sioux Falls. They specialize in certain sports, and girls basketball clearly not one of them.
No? What are you talking about, man?
No.
Okay.
This one, Brandon Valley, is the far and away favorite. The only one remotely... Now, again, we've seen crazier things happen, but seeing this Brandon Valley team lose to somebody other than O'Gorman this year would be ridiculous, to say the least. They are the heavy favorite. Like, if you were to put odds on this, The odds of the title game being Brandon Valley and O'Gorman,
Minus 1 billion.
probably pretty close. And I will be out there working this tournament.
Hey.
The class that I have covered and watched the least this year and know the least about, I'll be working it. So we'll get front row seats to the likely BV.
We're
and
going to get to
O'Gorman.
hear all about it.
Yeah, if we're doing a
Cole
show next
Arsh.
week, I'll be there. Probably.
That's next week already? Holy buckets.
Yeah, it is. State tournament's next week.
We're not doing a show next week then.
Don't think so?
Ugh.
You have to run this. I could remote
I
it.
don't know what an Iowegian is, but I lived and grew up in Iowa for 18 years. I'm not going to say what an Iowegian is on stream. Well, after the show. All right. You got Brandon. You got Sturgis Brown, right?
No, I got Brandon. I think. Let me double check my notes here. Yeah, I've got Double A going to chalk. We were 1 through 8.
Well, here's the deal. The only insight I'm going to give you is on 7-10. They have
Yep.
played. They've played once. They played February 7th.
Yep.
The game was in Spearfish
Yep.
at 3 o'clock, and Spearfish,
Was it a Saturday?
yeah,
Okay,
beat
so
them.
So the second half of a doubleheader, essentially.
Yep, because they played in Sturgis the day before.
Yeah, they played Friday, yep. Spearfish beat Mitchell
61-55.
by 6
Probably
points.
a close game, and then it came down to free throws at the end that spread it out.
Likely.
Hard to beat a team twice. Give me the corn poppers, Larshy.
That's what I was thinking.
I'm going chalk all the way through. I think I'm going to look at this Huron upset quick. Make sure it makes sense.
Actually, change my chalk pick. I'm taking Harrisburg over.
I could see it, I guess. Huron lost to Jefferson 65-54 in January.
That's only 9.
Give me Huron. I'll change it up from you. Joe said to take the Yankton Bucks as well, by the way.
Bucks Gazelles.
Gazelles, you know what I mean.
Okay, I'm going to tell Joe, thank you for the advice. No thank you.
Got the Yankton High School math, Yankton High School advice. I mean,
Yeah. Which seed is...
he said yesterday he scored 14 total career points at Yankton High School. Did you know that?
I did know that. He
Yeah.
told me that once. I think it was on our drive to Centerville one day. Huron's the 11, so skip the 6 seed. 5, 7, 8, 11 are your picks.
Shout out Jaron Duffy.
I'm taking Huron. Shout out to Jaron Duffy. Jaron's actually in Mitchell right now, I think, because he's with Coach Vitzum. He's speaking at the quarterbacks club.
Sure.
I wonder if my dad ever made it to
You have
that.
to go to the Bradleys.
He was going to the, it was a prayer service for Dale Weber,
Oh, sure.
who passed away.
Yeah.
One of the greatest guys you're ever going to find.
Oh,
is
yeah,
Dale
absolutely.
Weber. I mean, just the most genuine, knew everybody, would sit down and talk to you forever. Seems like they did me.
Yeah, he really didn't know who I was when I first started doing the tournament, like back in 20,
Yeah.
whatever it was. And over time, he'd come back up, and he would always just be like a little kid seeing what we all doing up there, like, oh, this is the coolest thing ever, and was always positive. So passing our condolences along
Yep.
to the family, and a great man for sure. He was a great guy, at least to both of us. I don't know if there was
Oh,
a better
yeah.
person
No,
that we got to
No.
be with. I mean, obviously the board was great to us too, but
Yep.
I mean, one of the great men of that board. So yeah,
Yep. Gave my mom a tournament pass every year, as long as he got a hug. That's all I needed.
that's awesome.
And I sat down and have a conversation with him, and then you sit there and you walk in and meet him out in the parking lot or whatever, or walk in, and he goes, no, they're fine, they're with me. Just one of the best guys ever. So, passed unexpectedly on Friday, and his prayer service was today. Just an amazing human being. Just like a week after his final
know.
meeting too. They went there and just kind of watched over the meeting, and body must have said, yeah, I think everything's going to be good. But yeah, just one of the greatest guys.
All's well. That's how.
Yeah.
That's a good
Yeah.
ending. That's a good ending.
Just like that, the ending of the CharCole Sports Show is here. We got our picks of the weekend. We'll see about those next week. The standings, by the way. Haven't updated these in a while, but there are the standings. I'm still in the lead. Haven't had many picks recently, but there we have it. Potentially might see you next week. Not sure yet on the technical side of things. On Wednesday, I'll be traveling out to Rapid City and the chime change. Will I be in Rapid before 5 o'clock? Not really sure. So we'll figure that out. Check out on Twitter for more updates. Good luck to all the teams participating. Of course, USD at the Summit League Tournament. I'll likely be in attendance for a couple of games, potentially with Bryce as well. You never know. But he's been Charlie Preen. I've been Cole Arsh. Thank you for tuning in to the CharCole Sports Show. We will see you all in the next edition, whenever that may be. Peace out.